So Nthabiseng apparently is a concubine of Kwesta.
Wow,
Videos were blogged.
concubine. You fix that. Tipo,
I'm just letting you guys know the information if you're not on social media of who Nthabiseng is. So there's all these rumors of Nthabiseng.
Yes.
And the Kwesta, there's videos that are dropping him at a party with some girl. To be fair, this video is very inconclusive because all it shows is Kwesta at an event, sitting at a table, and then there's a girl there who keeps taking videos of him. Even if she's part of the situation, he's sitting there drinking his Heineken, and then there's what seems like a fan who's been maybe invited to sit at the table.
You know what I think is happening?
Sitting across from Kwesta, taking videos, and then again, Kwesta's by himself.
Welcome to another hot episode of the POPcast. My name doesn't change. Every week it's the same. My name is Miss Cosmo. Back with another episode. No, this is not Slip Talk, don't worry. But I am hanging out with a really dope guy here on my right.
Back like Umkolo.
No.
Back like Umkolo. I took a week off. I'm back. You can tell it's sick leave, guys. Let's call it sick leave.
Sick leave.
It was ladies' night last week, and now I'm back.
Yes.
So, are you right?
I'm alright.
Ready to rock.
Are you good?
Always.
We do have an awesome guest with us today, Morena the Squire. How you doing? I haven't seen you in ages.
I saw you just like 5 minutes ago before we started the shoot.
Wow.
Looking dapper as well.
I haven't seen you.
Thank you, communicating. Come on, man.
But I think that's the aesthetic. Every time I see Morena, he's always got like maybe 3 or 4 layers. And then every time I see him, I'm like, you look great, but ngicabangeli washing. Because, whoa, you washing, Morena.
Every day. Every day he's getting dressed to help us just like.
Yeah.
How you guys doing?
But good, man. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for coming through on the POPcast today. Today we're shooting out in Rivonia at a beautiful place called Oh My Restro Bar. And it is actually owned by an old school friend of mine who owns a couple of restaurants also in the Eastern Cape. If you've ever been out to East London, you would have experienced Oh My Gin. There's also
dope.
So he's decided, you know what, let me also bring a branch of a portion of the
Oh My
franchise to Johannesburg. He actually used to live in Johannesburg, so he's always in and out Eastern Cape, Johannesburg. So he was like, you know what, let me bring some Cosa Nostra back into the building here. So they do some really awesome vibes here on the weekend. Obviously drinks, cocktail, lounge vibes. The food is also amazing. Mokoro Monday also goes down.
Music.
Let me tell you something. I pulled up here as well, came through with the food in the afternoon, and the vibes is. And you know me, I love my traditional food. If you don't know about me, I don't just make the chicken feet. I like to consume it too.
Yeah, what I like is that they've got this consistent, like they've got a catalog of music. They'll take you like to that soulful old school house, then take you into the new stuff. Like even kind of if it's like the piano thing,
the old school. Yes.
I think.
Wow, the original piano.
Yeah, eti puzi Khanyi man.
Yes. Expensive music.
Yeah, swipe. I eat
I get lap.
Hey.
No, but it's not to say that it's expensive. Please come through and have a good time.
It's really like who.
It's
lost
not in
it now.
sentence, but I'm just saying, just come prepared.
Yes.
But otherwise, the vibes is real.
But the Maphorisa is amazing.
Yeah,
The traditional food has always been
traditional food is
amazing.
great.
So come through and check it out.
All right, and that was an ad brought to you by Noni.
It wasn't an ad. We're just showing you
Let me tell you something. Nobody's friends with the person.
I mean,
You're a good friend. You just call on my name. You are my friend. Yes. Sorry,
Yes.
it's not my show.
All right, with that, we are going to jump straight into what has been hot and happening and trending this past week. I think a lot of people who had purchased their tickets maybe, 2 years ago, might be very happy to know that their money didn't go to waste. Oh no, Scorpion Kings is officially back. Their date has been announced for the 22nd of July. So if you did buy your tickets just before COVID said otherwise, don't worry.
Something. It was immediately at that time. Immediately, when we were immediately happy about Amapiano, immediately was locked down. These guys had announced, saying, "Guys, don't worry, we're all going forward." We said nothing.
It will literally
was the first heartbreak.
Do you know what I feel like? I'm actually afraid it might be like an Astro World situation, like because the way people have been anticipating it, it will literally be the first mega Amapiano event.
Yes.
It will be iconic.
Yeah.
And damn, if I'm not there, what am I doing with my life?
What are you doing? Come on.
And those guys held us down during lockdown. The Scorpion Kings. They didn't stop working. A lot of people stopped working. Those guys said, let's double up.
Work ethic of like Maphorisa and...
Those guys, no. The thing is, if you ever were to go to like their studios or where they work, it's literally like a factory. Like they're just churning out 10 songs, maybe 20 songs a day.
In a day.
In a day. So that's why he can give us an album of 18 songs right after giving us compilations, right after giving us an EP, right after giving us whatever he needs to give us. Because the music is just doing this every day.
And I love them, man. And right now, as you know, the season is, they're touring right now. A lot of artists are out in Europe, actually leading up into Afro Nation coming up at the beginning of July, this weekend, actually. So a lot of guys are out there. Pori and Kabza are out in London, Manchester, Boshoma Josie, all these guys, of course, culminating with meeting up at Afro Nation. So it's a busy season, and they're warming it up, starting that side. So when they come down in July, they're coming down with the heat, even because the work ethic now is at an astronomical level. Masks have been taken off the table. Numbers of gatherings have been taken off the table. It's like they had the inside information. These guys announced at the same time. So they said the numbers, they said the concert.
But please, promoters, like, say pay you COVID. I got paid, but COVID price, I say.
A COVID price, I say, please, can you pay us?
No more discounts.
Don't do it. All right.
And the frustrating thing is that they used to do that thing even when there was no more curfew.
So
because initially that was the issue, was that, okay, no, but I'm closing at 12. So hey, I can't make my money. Okay, then there was no curfew. Then it's like, okay, let's bump the price up back to normal. They were like, limit numbers. Now you have no excuses, please.
Don't phone me. Do not phone me.
Yesterday's Noni is not today's Noni.
Okay.
All right.
I don't know who Noni is, but you know.
Yesterday's Miss Cosmo is not today's Miss Cosmo. All right? You better bump that cheese up.
Thank you very much.
Even me, if you wanna, I don't know what's going on, but just pay me something.
If you need me there, just
if you need me, I come host. I don't know what it means, but.
All right, so talking about celebrations and people who are doing big things, especially in piano, Pabi Cooper has gone platinum again. And if I'm not mistaken, this is only her second single.
Yeah.
She literally only has 2 songs, but both of them have gone platinum.
Pabi is like, nothing she touches can be...
I've never met her. I don't even know what she looks like, but I know her songs.
And Pabi, she came up off TikTok.
Yes.
You know, she was a TikTok star that got embraced. She was in music, started off dancing. Every opportunity that's been given to her, she's taken fully on and has executed it amazingly. She's just, everything she does is just dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It feels like we went to sleep one day, woke up, Pabi Cooper was there. It feels like she's been around forever.
Yeah.
I like that.
Even for me, like sometimes I would look back and I'd be like, but when did all of this happen? Like, it all feels like it happened overnight. But shout outs to her. I mean, like, I'm not even mad at it.
Yeah.
You know, you can be an overnight star, especially now in the time of social media. So she's taking advantage of it. So shout outs to Pabi Cooper and her team to make sure that she actually takes the things to the level, you know. Her roses are definitely working overtime because our sisters are inside.
I like that. I mean,
you
know, also like the thing about taking advantage of like opportunities that are availed to you is that sometimes you're afraid. There's something about I'm a 2K man. there's no fear.
Yes.
Just Tina, we used to be so calculated.
Yes.
Oh God, like no, is it? No, it must be.
I can't release at this stage. I can't do this.
No, ingoma bayipheke ngamhlanje ekamereni kaSthembiso kusasa iyaphuma. Boom.
Same time.
Same time. When is that? No, then I must do like a photo shoot. I need to do like a radio.
And all those things, all those things cost money.
Yeah. No, but no. On the camera. Yeah, no. Let's shoot this photo. Yeah. Like, and which is crazy because they literally changing the ecosystem of the music business.
Yes.
You know, I mean, social media is literally changing the way entertainment works. Not just how we consume entertainment, but how we create entertainment. So beautiful to see.
And what I love about it is that now, not only is the power in your hands, you know, back in the day, like you're saying, everything used to almost feel manufactured.
Yeah, tell us, it
used to be very manufactured. People, the media used to decide who the next star is. Yeah. They used to tell you who we're going to talk about today. Yes. It used to be PR, used to be very expensive. Yeah. But now you have your own PR. Yes. You get to decide. The superstar tomorrow gets decided by the person in Ekamereni. So like you said, you know what I'm saying? You get to decide yourself and control your own almost destiny. Yeah. The media now is like, they must talk about what we're talking about online. They don't get to decide and say, Noni's the star today. She'll be the focus. She's the one we're going to put on TV, on radio. Everyone else, mute. Now it's like, unmute actually.
Yes. And that's why there's so many stars. And I think it's great because now everybody who has a talent, who can take it to the top, is getting their shine.
Absolutely.
They're not being put on the back foot for that.
Even the rubbish comes to the forefront, but it's fine. You must just sift through everything and find your star, find your goodness. Hey. Everything, that's the problem. Everything washes up ashore. You must pick out and say, what's going on? Oh, there's a fish. The plastic. Oh, it's a net. Oh, another fish.
It's trickyana. But you know what? I love it when artists also kind of show versatility and they show the fact that they can do so many things at once because talent isn't limited to one thing. And I think that's where like the Pabi Coopers of the world can show. She came up off of TikTok. She was a dancer, but now she's also doing music. She's also she's a football star, according to her. I mean, there's so many things that are happening all at once, but she'll get celebrated because she's saying, I can do more than one thing. Somebody else was also saying that they can do more than one thing and was also going back to our TV screens. It's Sjava. Makes amazing music. He's also a label owner ngapha. He's a producer, but he's also a TV actor. And I love that. I love that so much for him.
He's also very like, you know, Sjava, I love Sjava's thinking. He's actually a very conscious person. He's a very present person.
Yeah.
I don't know if he meditates or yoga or whatever practice that affords him the ability to.
Maybe.
Yes, of course, I do see him partnering.
Because you know the Zulus.
Everywhere.
You know the Zulus.
He does have he's very zen-like sometimes.
Yeah, he's very zen-like. But like, when you have a conversation with Sjava, it's like,
you can tell he makes his music with shoes off.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
When he's making music, you know he's not wearing shoes.
But you know what? Sometimes you have to be comfortable, no lie. Because you can be restricted by your shoes. Maybe I pinch a line ponsin and then you can't get the notes out. So maybe the shoe. I'm just saying.
So when the corns, you'll have a corns.
Yeah.
Banyan.
But maybe something. You know when you try.
I was about to say, what are cons in English?
Banyan.
When you want to go and buy that shoe and your size isn't there, almost pinch in that size.
Is that a real thing?
For swag.
No, guys, is that a real thing?
You'll suffer for swag, my brother. I'm just saying. A lot of ladies do it. Don't act like you don't do it.
That's why people are angry at the club. Hello.
What's wrong?
Girl, man, check out the shoes.
Or the Nthabiseng do mela.
And she can't
hear
Because girls going.
You know, ladies always want to sit down at the club. You ever seen ladies arrive and just like move? Yeah. They always want to sit down. Someone is sitting down. Give me the seat. Ladies want nothing more than a space to sit. It is their number one priority.
It's like, what's that shoe called? Louis Vuitton.
Yes.
But Louis Vuitton even said that my shoes are not meant for walking.
Yes.
It's meant for pretty girls who like to sit down.
Who like to sit down.
Why now talking Louis Vuitton if you're not and
you'll struggle. And that shoe's not to be full of dust also because you're cleaner. So please, baby girl, don't wear it to a funeral. I won't lie. Like with shoes, and I know this, all the ladies do it because I do it too. you'll wear the hottest heel, but you want to sit down because I think you want to look pretty. The guys want to look at you. Maybe you'll stand just for single ladies and then and put your legs down, push champagne. Because your objective is not to sweat, sisters. Otherwise, so you can't do too much. But right. There's nothing that frustrates me more than girls who take off their shoes in the club. Because we're happy.
Immediately go home. Immediately. Immediately go home.
Don't take your shoes off because you knew what you're doing when you put those shoes on.
That's why you see at the end of the night, ladies hanging their shoes. I don't be judging. I'll be like, shame she came to rock.
No,
and she's fucking had it.
My thing is, when you put those shoes on, you know whether you can survive the night in them or whether you have to sit down. Every girl knows that pair of shoes that can survive the night. If you want to dance, then wear the shoes that you can stand up in the whole night. Yeah. You've got that pair. Every girl has that pair that you can rock the night.
This kid of our pair with you. Show me the guy. Girl, I'm taking you.
Yeah, like this then later on you say, these pumps now. No, the switch up had to happen.
The story is another story. I don't even want to talk about
it. Yeah, we're definitely derailing. Let's get back to Sjava, please.
Yes, Sjava.
That's where we started.
We went from Sjava to pumps.
Yeah.
When did we get to pumps? What are you talking?
Anyway, Sjava's back on our TV screens. He's going to be on a TV show called S6E15. And I really dig him as an actor because I think you also see his personality come out as an actor. Like you can hear his personality in a song, but sometimes you also kind of like interpreting it for yourself when it comes through the music. But I think with the acting, you see a little bit more of the jovial side of him. So I'm excited to kind of see how he's going to put that through. You know?
Natural artistic nature, I think, even suits, like wherever you can put him on. Somebody you can see on stage, somebody you can see in front of screen. He always feels like somebody who can slip into character very, very easily. So I think it's a natural progression for him to be seeing him in front of our screens, outside of the music, but as an actor, thespian.
We love Baba Sjava.
Yes, and somebody else who is also going to be on our screens and is going to be there for a different reason. She's not going to be acting. However, she is going to be roasted. The comedy roast of Khanyi Mbau is on its way. Are you guys excited? We haven't had a comedy roast in a very long time. I think the last one was who?
AKA was the last one.
Was it AKA? It feels so long ago.
Right?
It was long ago.
Definitely looking forward to
COVID was like a coma.
Yeah. We had to just sleep and wake up and continue.
And so much happened, but also so much didn't happen.
Yes.
Like both those things are true in terms of like how COVID happened. You wake up and it's like you missed a lot, but also nothing changed.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? But looking forward to the Comedy Central roast of Khanyi Mbau. It's always very interesting to see how they pick the people. It's always people who can create a lot of talkability around, and also people that kind of the entire country knows.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The entire culture knows, and everybody has an opinion about.
I'm just like, oh wait.
What?
Yeah, I'm very, can't wait to see it.
Yes?
I'm just like, oh yeah, I first of all love the fact that they selected Khanyi Mbau. I mean, I think she's I mean, there's so much to say about Khanyi Mbau.
Yeah.
And it's nice when the roastee is a person that, you know, likes laughing, you know, about themselves, to themselves.
Yeah.
Laughing to themselves about themselves.
Yeah.
The parts that can happen.
Yeah. But, big but, I'm more interested to see who is going to be the roasters.
Yeah.
Because that's where the quality of the show is. It's like, who can put it off? I mean, I remember the AKA one. There was some people I was like, I understand about canceling or famous. We are poor. I wonder when we be for pouring.
It is, and it's I mean, people need to understand that the panel is made up of people who are getting the content written for them. So you're trying to write content around personalities. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Outside of comedians, because comedians will write their own stuff, of course.
So here's the thing: some people they'll write, but they'll write with them. They're like, what about
in
this?
collaboration?
In collaboration. And then some people who, like, get handed, here are your jokes.
and that's most people on the panel, because the whole point is to be funny. So naturally you get comedic writers to kind of help people out. But people who have like very big personalities tend to have big opinions.
Exactly.
So they can chip in very easily. So it'll be very interesting to see who they pick as a panel. It has to be people that kind of align a little bit. Like you said, the last time with the AKAs, like you could have picked some people who actually have big opinions about this person. You guys even pick enemies.
Who do you think the next roast should be?
Outside of Khanyi, who I think should get roasted?
I think Julius Malema should get roasted.
I mean,
he would never do it. He would never.
I think he would.
Juju.
Do you know why? Because I think there's a level of limits that politicians have. they get roasted for free every day already in the media. So for them, it's like there's only so much they can also handle as humans.
Okay, let's stream it down. Which social media star should get roasted next?
The Comedy Central roast of who talks a lot on social media?
I don't know.
That fucking Musa guy.
Yes.
That fucking rabbit ass account.
Musa needs
Unfortunately, he's not a face that nobody knows, but
Who
we'll
is
deal with him.
Musa? Musa, for all we know, could be 5 people that
Exactly.
collaborate.
And it usually is.
They
actually.
run a Wikipedia version of WikiLeaks version of social media. What about? I mean, I definitely think. I mean, who the big people? What's his name? Mohale. Not Mohale.
Who?
A girl.
Oh, Mihlali.
Oh, Mihlali.
Ooh, you've been in those for too long. You even forgot.
No, but I know the name.
Yeah.
Mihlali, yeah. Mihlali, I think Mihlali should get roasted.
I think Mihlali would take it really well because she's one to give it as much as she can take it. So
Yeah.
I think Mihlali would definitely take it really well. Casper, I feel like also needs to be roasted at some point. But the only reason
DJ Spoo should be roasted.
the only reason I'm mentioning people like
DJ Spoo would go down.
DJ Spoo would be, especially because things
There's
are
so many
changing.
things. He's existed in so many eras.
But for me, the reason why I'm mentioning somebody like Casper is also because there's different facets in his life that we could also speak about.
Yeah.
But I also feel like he can take a joke, So the thing is,
I mean,
do you know why? Do you know why I say this?
Yeah.
Because with a roast, you also need to know that you're going in to be handled.
Yeah.
And you need to be able to give it as much as you can take it. And
Casper's a businessman. He'll know exactly what to do.
number one is
with
a
that
businessman, so
platform.
he understands that he can take it because the point of this thing is to be ridiculed. So he'll be able to
Yeah.
take it on the chin for the check. And Mihlali will also be able to kind of do the same.
Everybody write that down. Take it in the chin for
The check. That's what's important. At the end of the day, you're doing it for the money.
Yeah.
Because why else would you sit there and allow people to tear your life apart?
And throw your parents in there.
I
Throw
mean-
everyone
You know what I
in
mean?
there.
I hope they
So-
have people who are naturally
Would you
opinionated
survive a roast?
on the panel. Would I
Miss
survive a roast?
Cosmo. The roast of Miss Cosmo.
Or yes, clever. Where do I start with Miss Cosmo?
I don't think I'm brave enough.
Yeah. Ngakhala. What's in the
I wouldn't cry. I wouldn't cry. You know what? I've also, I think everybody, if anything, if you find yourself in like a public platform where you are making money by being a public figure, so to speak, at some point you're going to take criticism. At some point you're going to take ridicule. It's how you deal with it at home. I won't lie. Maybe I'll see my therapist more than once a week. Maybe I might just
Why did you have your therapist there? Live at the
I
road.
might have to see her 3 times a week after
Positive
that.
thoughts. Positive thoughts.
Yeah,
Come
you know
back.
what? I think I would.
But I think a part of me would do it, also so that sometimes you also need to get out of your skin.
Yeah.
Like you were mentioning about old school artists. Maybe I can put myself in that box.
Yeah,
is that we think too much about things. We
Yeah.
think too much about photo shoots, rollout, PR, whatever. Whereas these kids are just like, just drop that thing and let's go. So I think from a perspective of let me just do it and then see where life kind of takes me, I would do it from that perspective.
Yeah.
I think as a personal human, my emotions, I might cry like 2 days later, but let's do it. If the money's good, let's rock.
And they must focus on taking Kanye is dope, but also in the age of social media, I think leaning towards, like you say, Mihlali, is something that I think will gain a lot more traction. You know what I'm saying? Because people being busy on their fingers is what's gonna give the show the boost that it needs. You know what I'm saying? And getting South African celebrities and they're going for traditional celebrities is kind of like just relax. Let's maybe go for social. The Comedy Central roast of McG might go down better.
That.
You know what I mean?
But, wait, never mind. Next thing. Woo!
He was gonna get fired, this guy. All right, moving on to also really dope, trending news. We saw that Kwesta actually proposed to his wife Yolanda this past weekend.
Yeah.
And it was a big splash and
like there was a whole
spectacle.
music video, wasn't there?
There was a music video about the wedding, yes. It was
Ketile,
definitely
Ketile.
happening. Ketile was the wedding, actually physically happening. And them recording it and making it a music video. However, the proposal. Okay, let me explain. Yolanda also explained this on her social media, but clearly you didn't see it.
Yeah.
So she went back. Obviously, everybody was like, marry me. What do you mean? What's going on? So she put out, Kwesta actually organized the proposal again because he felt as though Yolanda didn't get the fairy tale proposal. Because he's a Zulu man and she's also a Zulu girl. he was like, let me do the things the right way. Instead of saying to her, baby girl, I want to marry you, he went to the parents. What's the inwati? What's the negotiation? What lobola? What's the umembeso? And what? And what?
I love you, but that's pretty much like putting the horse in front of the cart.
No, yeah.
Roll credits, and I'll start the show. I mean, you know, but that's beautiful though.
So I think he did it just for a romance perspective, also for their relationship.
I love that.
And also they've been through a lot. They've got their 2 kids down. Also, you must remember they got married after their first child. So after the second child, I think for him it's like more of a reiteration of their love. You know how people renew their vows?
Yeah, there's a friend I saw on social media.
Yeah,
what's his name? Kabza on social media, and he's been married to his wife for 12 years. And on her birthday,
yes,
he proposed to her again. He's like, "Would you marry me again?"
Yeah.
Like proper bended knee proposal. And I think, and I like those things now, because when I'm thinking about it right now, it's like, you know, it's a exercises that reaffirm the love, reaffirm, you know, the romance, like doing something, you know, you gotta do something to make sure that there's like a little flame burning consistently. So, well, and then, you know, it's like, and I think it says a lot about a person who can go there.
Yeah.
You know, and even particularly if you're public, you know, say, it might sound stupid to you, but you are not actually part of the equation.
Exactly.
You're not a factor. All right. This person, I'm trying to give them a particular emotion. So I love that. 10 points to you, say Kwesta.
As a gesture, you're right. The romance of it is, especially after, because I wondered as well. I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
So I saw it online because I saw somebody who was there at the proposal because there was an entire dinner. He invited her friends and family to it. So when I saw it, I was wondering, did I miss something? Is it a content? Is it a movie? Is it something? So I didn't understand. At that moment, I didn't have to click because they were tagged. I'm like, okay, Sharpie, this is the wife.
Although if there's a song that comes up here, I'm like, damn, you really did get us.
So it was messing me up for a second until the next day, until she said that.
I didn't know. Temple vibes.
I couldn't compute exactly. I was like, hey. I'm like, okay, Kwesta, Ketile again.
Would you be a Tim?
Never.
You'd be fast with pen.
I'm not. I won't even flinch.
I couldn't imagine.
And Minang Pegi.
Would you have an Istanbul or be
absolutely not. I don't have the bandwidth. I don't have the bandwidth to have two wives, 3 wives, 4 wives.
That's why it's Muchi for 1 baby.
Would you be this Tim?
Me. Ooh. If I quit everything, I get taken off. I get feet up. And there's somebody else to like chip in. I'll be like, I don't know.
So you'd be
that's what we can discuss, baby.
If you get to be a stay-at-home
talk about
dad.
this at home, man.
You'd be a Tim if you get to be a stay-at-home dad. Yeah?
Hey, man. Strong black man that don't need.
Yeah, no. So it was a very eventful weekend, especially for Kwesta and his wife. So I don't know. It's got a bit tricky also on social media.
Yes, it did. Never short of controversy. It seems the news of something good met with the news of something bad, but at the same time, a lot of accusations being thrown around because that proposal, everyone thought, hey, what's Kwesta doing here? Is he apologizing or proposing? Because there's rumors about a certain Nthabiseng. Usually when I say a certain Nthabiseng, it's being generic, but this person is actually Nthabiseng.
So clearly you haven't been on social media to see what Musa posted this past weekend.
Oh no, like that's what I'm saying. I'm convinced Musa is a group of people. Remember back in the days, am I old people of the industry?
Yeah.
She was a number of
department.
She was a number of journalists. I'm convinced Musa is a number of Twitter people, because
I do think it started with one person, but it might have now escalated to
it's like
a little bit
the
more
real,
people.
Not the real Barry Rue. I'm like,
there's
no way someone's got that amount of time
to be tweeting the whole day.
Like, considering you're barely getting paid for this.
Like
not barely. You're not getting paid.
Because now in your Musa account, you can see that there's some people who are actually paying for promo here and there, but still, it's not chipping it up enough because apparently the guy is like a nurse.
Yeah.
So he has like a job. He's a nurse, working in the hospital, taking care of people. If I was in the hospital and I saw that,
Puma. So Nthabiseng, tell us more.
So Nthabiseng apparently is a concubine of Kwesta. Videos were drawn.
Concubine.
I'm just letting you guys know the information if you're not on social media. of what who
Nthabiseng.
Nthabiseng is. So there's all these rumors of Nthabiseng.
Yes.
And the Kwesta, there's videos that are dropping him at a party with some girl. To be fair, this video is very inconclusive because all it shows is Kwesta at an event, sitting at a table, and then there's a girl there who keeps taking videos of him. Even if she's part of the situation, he's sitting there drinking his Heineken, and then there's what seems like a fan who's been maybe invited to sit at the table.
You know what I think is happening?
Sitting across from Kwesta, taking videos, and it is again Kwesta's by himself. Although there is one
Ladies,
of him getting
now-
touched at the beard. That's where I was like,
So now, ladies, can you see what's happening here? This is what mansplaining looks like. Huh?
Yes.
Where he's looking at the situation and saying, "Oh man,
That's not I'm saying it's inconclusive. If you're in a court of law, that this case would be dismissed.
It is inconclusive.
With costs.
Now the video looks like that girl recorded her own WhatsApp story. Because definitely WhatsApp is not Instagram, nothing. It definitely looks like she posted she screen recorded her own WhatsApp story.
On Android.
Are Musa in the DMs. And everybody's saying that maybe she was hacked because she saw the proposal on social media. She's like, how? But what do you mean? Now, as somebody who's also on looking from the side, just like Sipho, and somebody who also knows Kwesta personally, I'm also just like, this doesn't make sense, personally speaking. And also the video, like you're saying, also just looks like a girl who's just sitting in the sec, who's just excited by whatever's happening. And it also looks like she's fangirling the whole time.
Yeah.
So a lot of people,
and also, like,
a lot of fangirls
first
also take
of all,
things to the top.
I'd like to take
I'm
it
also
back
just
to the
like,
day.
what's happening?
You're like, take it back to the day. If you know I'm a public person, I've got a public profile, and you have the lucky experience to enjoy tonight's night with me, make a phone. Put your phone down.
Yeah.
Like, put your phone away. Don't be taking videos. Because you understand that the smallest thing can be perpetuated into that. It's like, I mean, I don't remember like when people used to have parties and it's like, yo, like, the phone I keep on like taking a picture. No,
don't do that.
That's not that party. But now people are like, oh, look who I'm with. It's like, oh, God, am I with a person who I'm engaging with you, or am I with a fan?
Yeah.
You know, and not even a good fan, a bad fan that's here for the purposes of whatever they want to get out of me. And so, like, put your phone away.
It's like those people who only know you because, oh no, I'm friends with Senzo. Why are you calling me by my first name? I need to here because we know Kwesta. So stay there.
Yeah, Wati, like, you know me. You don't know me, Naomi.
And if I'm chilling with because when the sec and if I'm putting my head on the shoulder, see now it's different now. It's
have
like
you seen that clip of
versus me like this?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a fan. I'm even clicking like this. I even click from back this side here. I'm coming from the entire time Kwesta is like this, drinking his Heineken. So I'm just saying, it's everything is content. Then you find out later. I mean, these things can again.
I think there needs to be public figure social gathering etiquette. If you are going somewhere and you are going because you are going with Miss Cosmo, not because you happen to be there and whatever. If you are going with Miss Cosmo, you're sitting with Miss Cosmo's section, or you go to Miss Cosmo's house, or a party that Miss Cosmo's hosting, whatever. You're coming to Miss Cosmo, the personality. What you do with your phone has repercussions on her. And if you don't understand that, then you're an asshole for that. Like, you're an asshole because you are going out of your way to bring damage.
Yes.
And we are living in that social media age. What we're speaking about off camera, and now it's just nothing is real anymore.
I'm so thankful, like in
Nothing
my
is
crazy
real.
days, like there was no social media. Like, I'd probably be in jail. Like, damn it.
I can't imagine being in high school with Instagram and Twitter.
Huh?
Can you? I mean, kids are already terrible people. Can you imagine being in high school? Did you see Sipho and his fuck? Yay! You're in math paper 2. Get out the class. Who's tweeting about me? You're trending in high school.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the psychological aspect of it, if you grew up outside of the or after the era, or rather before of social media, I can't imagine what it must be like being in school and maybe a social media.
I'll tell you like before social media, you think you know how to party.
There's a certain element that also comes through in grooving when nobody knows.
Yep.
there's just that distinct silence where you say, we're the only ones who are going to remember this night, and that's all that matters.
When you sit on a Wednesday and you're driving, you're like, hey! You think about a random thing on Saturday.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
When you see your friends on Friday at school, things happen over the weekend. Like, I'll go wait till Monday to talk about this. Not immediately, Monday. That's when you're going to discuss things on Monday.
Yeah.
When you say you're going to meet at 12 o'clock at the mall, everybody must be there at 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
Because if you're not there, there's no way for us to communicate. Nobody's got cell phones.
No one,
I'm very
like,
old.
And
There's a
when
time
I
where
say,
we have to make a
you don't know
deal.
what happened. You don't know, you weren't there. Because now people can feel like they're at the party.
Yep.
Because so many people are tweeting about it or snapping about it or Instagramming about it. It's like,
I can't imagine.
And sometimes it's fake also because they'll say, oh, this party is lit. That time that person's sitting on the couch drinking water.
another thing is that
This party, it's lit.
before social media, like the clubs were, but there used to be a club called In the Club. Aye man. Aye money. Nithi lapha anediketika money. Aye money. Uyabona bogi congregation. Besi bounce off the walls. And because that we know you don't know what to do. It's not like you're on the phone doing something more interesting. You had to have a drink and speak to the person next to you. Like, it was a thing. Now, like...
Speaking to somebody or being approaching as a guy or a lady being approached, it used to be a thing. You have to actually think about it. Not on the phone, like, and then I see her later, it's like, I know you saw me on the ground, right? What's going on? Back in the day, they'd be like, Tamas, something, hey, go talk to her.
And that's where catfishing has also come into play, because people can be like very big social, like you can be a supermodel on Instagram and look like the hottest thing ever. And then now it's just zero. That amount of disappointment that happens, because I've been dreaming about you, because I've been, looking at your Instagram the whole day. And when I meet you and I talk to you, and it's just...
I thought you were a full chicken. So
guys need to go back to ukshela properly.
Now imagine again, high school.
Yes, girls used to flirt.
I mean...
Like proper flirt, like, you know.
Exactly.
Oh, like, strings. Oh, hey, how you doing here? Now it's like, oh, it's him. Let's see who he is. Oh, no, he said nobody.
No, I gotta mind.
Back then you couldn't do background checks.
That's
now I can be like, most mutua jola, or this, flirting with everyone online, liking every girl's.
Now you think you know me because you got onto my social media. It's like, no, that's the 1% of my life that I choose to post. You don't know who I am, and you'll never know.
But I bring up, the high school part where it really messes up is that because we know people, social media is not everything, and it can be fake. People can be like being the most followed person, but like never leaves their bedroom type situation. In high school, when everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Right now we don't know because people are not in a social setting. But if you're in high school, you know because you're with that person every day.
Yeah.
So you know that your friend is fake every single day. Yeah. So it's like a double life.
Yeah.
Because now you're in a community of people. Right now, if you're faking it, then you're living here and you work somewhere. Like the community of people who know is very small. Maybe just a family and very small friends.
No, like
but in that situation, everybody knows what man, Sivo.
Like every technology it's given people freedom, but it's also created a ginormous mess.
Tricky times. Hey man, talking about technology, I mean, there's a place where we need to be, where we kind of think about these things like social media, where we're posting and is it fake, is it not fake? Like at some point we also need to kind of sit back and then say, if you're gonna be with certain people, you must also have an etiquette and tell that person, you know what, when we're at a certain place, please just, be my friend, support, and don't post certain things because I also just want to enjoy. I just want to sit, right? So whatever's happening in that situation, hey man, and at the end of the day, that's what a married couple does. They'll deal with it in a quiet space.
Absolutely.
I think Yolanda's still excited over the weekend and she's excited about her proposal, and that's what we need to do. There's also too much information that we know because of Musa. We don't want to know too much of other people's business anymore. Please let them deal with it alone.
Also, just a tweet is a tweet. Anyone can say anything.
Exactly.
Honestly, at some point,
and
discernment has to come into play. You cannot be so swallowed by everything. And we are. And you think you're untouched by it because I'm so smart, I know everything. But it's like there's something that's being duped to you on social media. And taking a step back sometime and be like, what am I actually reading and consuming?
The best thing to do is just rely on the truth.
Honestly.
Like, you know what the truth is.
It cannot be Don't get your news from me, nigga. If you get your news from POPcast, you're making a terrible mistake. Watch and for
They
entertainment
must watch
venue.
every
But
week,
also,
please.
these are opinions of Sipo and Noni. If you think this is where the news is happening, if you're getting your weekly news there, my brothers and my sisters, you're making a terrible mistake. Please read a little bit more. Expand your views on the world.
Yes.
They're dangerous. Don't live in a hot box.
Talking about a hot box, talking about social media and technology, it also brings me to a time where we go to groove, we have a good time, and especially now where you're talking about how new school artists will record music and they'll drop the thing right now.
Yeah.
They don't even think twice. They don't think about PR. They don't think about the rollout. They're just saying the song must be out. But it also comes to a point as a musician, which is where you could also kind of weigh in here, Morena. Without that rollout, how much of support are you getting for a specific song? Many times, artists will send music to different DJs, or maybe even the DJs themselves will record a song and then go and play that song immediately in the club. And now it's unShazamable. It's exciting because, oh my gosh, I've got unShazamable music. But at what point is it great for you as the artist? Because now people hear a song once and then it disappears and then it doesn't build up the momentum. Can people support it? Does it mean it's unsupportable? Or is it only going to then come out 5 months later, but by that time maybe we're over it?
It's stupid. It's stupid to have a song that's unShazamable.
Why?
We live in a global community, and right now, the best thing to be, because everything's so open market, you can go from Sipo's bedroom, ukodile, sasa you are poster ingoma yakho. By Friday, you're the biggest hit in SA, just in SA, right? Sipo's friend Joshua goes and plays in Portugal, and people in Portugal are like, oh, what's this song? They don't know it. You've closed yourself to a whole market. That song, it came and left. So from a business perspective and a growth perspective, it's stupid.
I think it's literally that. It's just on paper and black and white. Like, why would you do something that would deliberately hurt progress for yourself? You know what I'm saying? It's like right now, of course, as an artist, or whether you're a musician or whatever, existing on social media is something that can boost yourself.
The only
Regardless of
people,
anything, just
and
having
the only people
a
who are
social
happy
media
about it not being unShazamable is DJs who want to like give something. It's like, yeah, nobody's got this. And it's like, for them, it helps them because I've got something that no one else has. But for the artist,
it doesn't help you at all. That's very small things can help you elevate. Like you're saying, if I'm listening to a track somewhere, imagine if they play your like you're saying, you're in a festival somewhere around the world and you hear a track, you're like, who is this? Imagine if you Shazammed it and you found out it was an artist even in your own country that you don't know.
Yeah.
Or in a country neighbor, you're like, oh, this kid is from Namibia. Who is this artist?
He's a nice case
it opens
study,
up everything.
right? Phonic now, Temba, DJ Temba. He had a song and he was doing his thing. I don't know if it was like just ushering or like, but like, playing close with Black Coffee, know. And he had that song and he'd play it at the festivals. And what happens, the culture in Europe is that they've got during festive circuits, they want to listen to anything.
Yeah.
Everything and anything.
Yeah.
I've never featured. No, piano.
There's nothing that bores me more in the world. Where they know every teacher's playing for an hour and you come 30 minutes into my set.
I can't imagine anything worse.
Let me have my hour.
Like, I'm gonna play hip hop and not for that thing. Because like old school hip hop,
Gonna be like
Temba had a song, and because of that, like the first people would be Shazamming, and that's how he started growing.
Yeah.
Like that song blew up as well, just because of Shazam.
Yeah.
No one knew it in SA. In fact, it wasn't even released in SA. He was just playing it overseas, and it blew up and it built his profile. He was able to then rebrand himself as Temba, a global DJ. Yeah. So you first engage social media by creating the song and posting it in it's on Twitter, Instagram, whatever, but then you don't want to put it, you don't make sure it's on Shazam. It's like
you have to do absolutely everything in your power. I was watching some clip of Tyler, the Creator, talking about some artists, especially maybe new artists, are be entitled to not promote their own music.
I'm guilty of that.
You release it and then you never speak about it. It's like, you're like, yo,
but I'll tell you what, I'm guilty of
promo.
that. Yeah. So maybe to a certain degree, it's also not about you chose not to make sure it's on Shazam. It's there it's called artist removal, where it's like you create and it's like, I'm just gonna put it there. Whatever happens, happens, because you don't want to face what the real repercussions of what you've created is. You know, you don't want to get the reviews. You don't want to do the work because it's a fear aspect. So a lot of the time, it's not because you're just like, no. You might say that, nah, I don't care about it. Yeah. You do care, but you're actually afraid of like.
I think that's a barrier that needs to be crossed, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a real thing. Fear. I mean, putting your art out there is opening yourself up to criticism. You created this thing that you love personally, obviously. That's why you put it out there. So being open to people telling you this is shit, you are shit. You know, it's like, of course, it's hurtful. Yeah. But if you're trying to grow, and imagine how many more people could love it. Yeah. Versus how many people could criticize it.
The awesome thing that I think a lot of people don't understand, or maybe they do understand it, but they don't understand the magnitude of it, is if I'm making such a hot song that people literally want to say, which one is this one? And put on their Shazam app, and they want to check which one is this one. It's literally saying you've got organic love for a song. It's not the PR that's behind it. It's not that you have to like the song. It's not radio saying it's number one. It's not the streams that are saying, or whatever machine you have behind you saying this is the hot song. It's actual people who are saying, I'm falling in love with your song. Yeah. And that's why I always find that the Shazam charts are always the best to have, because that's organic people who are saying, the first listen of the song, I went crazy. Yeah. Yep. And if you've got massive Shazams on that song, you're doing something right. Right. Allow it to be Shazamable so that you can grow your brand. That's the most organic way. The same way how social media is making overnight stars. This is how you can be an overnight artist, overnight success of an artist, a superstar. Don't run away from it. You know,
it also puts money in your pockets.
Exactly, because you get paid for those Shazams. Yeah. In case they don't know.
Fear.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, fuck fear.
All right, so people who aren't fearless right now and making music in 2022, even though things
like
are a little tricky.
You are such a very good presenter. Like, to right? Fear now. People who are damn, you good. Sorry, you continue. Like,
anyway,
I was admiring from a distance.
Segue queen.
All right, so getting into the music, people are not afraid to drop music, and people are also not afraid to be spoken about. Something Soweto was trending for all of the right reasons, according to the ladies. Yeah, although I'm a chance, but which lyrical content is this one? Something Soweto dropped a song called I'm a Chance. Yeah. And it's basically saying, I'm a chance, vele banje, bo dali, bo baby. Why nabo? They're all trash. He basically made a men are trash song for the ladies. And all the girls are so happy. And the guys are like, oh, but why are you selling us out, my brother?
A reverse love song.
I mean, it is a reverse love song because it's a love song for his daughter, right?
Yeah.
And it's also a, yo, don't fuck with these niggas, he's a trash, okay? But first of all, I'm very happy that Something Soweto did Something Soweto Sound, which is music for him. Yep. Because right now, every vocalist is pressured to, come on. I think every week I get it. Piano, fuck something. Just throw in a random yebo. I'm like, really? That's a random yebo. Like, what am I? And I'm very happy that Something Soweto, first of all, created from truth, from a space of truth. The lyrics, look, if that's his perspective, and I guess he's been a dad, you know, that, yo, watch out for these niggas. Yeah. They're crusty. Hey, man, rusty.
I love the jam, first of all, and actually I'm glad that it's created a conversation, a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that's what it must be as an artist. You must always challenge something, create a new thought in my head instead of what's actually going on right now. So I think it's a great format, especially because you took advantage of the fact that, it was trending and people were talking this way, that you brought it back to the music. Yes. Very, very quickly. He said, forget about my personal, here's what I actually do. Yes. Here's why you should be talking about me. Exactly. And now that's all the conversation is, it's about the music.
And it's so dope because, funny enough, a friend of mine and I were actually speaking about Something Soweto the other day. I think it must have been like 2-3 weeks ago. We're like, but what happened to him? Why did he just fall off? What's going on? We really miss his voice. And then he started obviously talking, and then people were just like, no, they missed Something Soweto. And he's like, oh, I didn't think you guys think I'm still dope. He was going through a bit of a depressive state. And obviously when that happens in an artist's life, they're going to pull back. They're not going to release music. They won't be in public. They won't be seen.
Dude, I pulled back for 5 years. I was like, man, fuck music.
Exactly. Because sometimes it also gets you in a space where you can't create anymore. And for him to come back and say, whoa, it's actually nice to know that people still miss me. people want my music. But you're right, he didn't sleep on it. He didn't say, okay, let me take another 5 months to release a song. He said, oh, here's a song I recorded last week. That's it. Perfect timing, trended for the right reasons. Big ups to Samthing.
That's a beautiful song as well.
And the song is really dope as well. So go and check it out. It's called Amachens. Another father releasing music.
Oh, another father, you know why I told her another father.
That maybe I'm personally not sure of, but I just want to see where it's going.
Yeah.
Andy Lempisani dropped a song. It's called Makwapeni.
Oh, that's what you mean.
And I don't know whether he should be releasing songs called Makwapeni because
I don't want to write off Andy Lempisani completely because
I don't. I'm waiting.
And people are giving him rich kid
to
syndrome. Look, it does have rich kid syndrome, but people are like, they completely disregard everything he tries because it's like, mommy bought you this. I'm like, yeah, but you know, he could really just chill and like do nothing.
Yes.
And if there's one thing people can take away from Andy Lempisani is that even with all his money, he is trying. Like,
to work.
Yeah, like even when you see him on stage and sometimes it's a flop, sometimes it's good, he's actually doing it. And when has trying become like it's almost like we villainize people who try. It's like, no, you must try it and get it right.
Yeah.
It's like, dog, when I'm not Randy and you're not trying, he literally doesn't have to try.
Yes.
He can literally say, I'm going to chill and live the life you want every day and not do anything. But I am going to make a fool of myself and create art.
Because that's his love.
And that's my love. I'm going to try.
I'm actually glad that he's rather focusing on the music than the soccer because the soccer was just...
Yeah, he's not an athlete.
It was getting a little bit tricky on that
Show
one.
me if you're watching, you're not an athlete.
Yeah, when I was trying to look Mnandi, I was trying to look Puza,
and continue with the
groove. If this is your lane, stick to it. You're right about the trying thing. So I'm also excited because I want to see him change our minds.
Yeah.
If there's anything that I love about the creative space is when somebody has already been written off immediately. And the moment they change our minds, then it's like, oh, this you?
Moonchild for years was written off. Like, who's this girl with the blue mop? Like, what the hell? And she was consistent with who she is. Eventually, we started fucking with Moonchild. And then the world was fucking Moonchild.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, Moonchild. It's like, yeah, but I mean, for like years, we're laughing at this girl.
Yeah.
I think what's off the back of what you're saying, it's very hard to know what people's passions are when they seem like they have everything.
Exactly.
So if I come through and have nothing and I start doing something, you'll be like, it must be his passion because he's trying to make something. He's trying to sing or he's trying to make it. This must be what he's good at or what he's passionate about. When you have everything and you're trying things, it seems like you're just playing around. Because you're like, what? Is it music? Is it soccer? Is it whatever? And especially if you're not that great at it, it's easy to pick at it. So I can understand on that part. It's like it's everything he
don't get me
seems
wrong.
silly, but I guess I don't know what his passion is.
Don't get me wrong. Completely have your opinion about what you think about what someone puts out.
Yeah.
If you say it's trash, and that is your opinion, and you are allowed to it. If you like it, that's cool as well. But I think be very, and I think this is more for the artist, the person creating. Like, be very aware that, look, if everyone's dogging me, that's fine. Why am I doing it? If that's an honest process, continue. But like, if people do not want to, fuck with you because they've got their own agendas with you, that's okay. But one thing about art, once it's good, you can't lie about it. You'll feel it.
Yeah. You definitely can't lie about it. And I think it's commendable, especially for Andile, because he still gets up on that stage even after he'll train for the wrong reasons. And that's why I'm saying I'm waiting for the day when he actually surprises everybody.
I felt for him.
This specific song, not exactly my cup of tea, but I can hear that it's starting to get better. There were some songs where like, absolutely no. This one, it's moving in the right direction. I'm being serious. This is me just being
absolutely
honest.
No.
Yeah, there was other songs where like,
sorry to I know I'm so loud. I'm so sorry. But like and what I'm afraid of, man, is because when people do that, it perpetuates a state of fear for everyone else that's watching. So when you're doing that to someone like Andrew, you're like dogging them, you're like, this guy should quit. And you're a person who has nothing, you're like, I don't know if I should do it. I mean, like, if he can't do it, and he's got all this money, then I don't know. It's like people who intentionally just dog people because they think they know them. don't understand that you're hurting not just that person, but you're hurting people, everyone else is watching.
Yeah.
You know?
It's tricky, this thing. But you know what, Andile? Do you, boo? Moving on, we've got another song, DJ Sandiso featuring younger Chief Q DJ, Nthabiseng. A gom is coming back in. And the nice thing about this is that, you know, there's different types of gom. Ne? So, and I say this because obviously there's like the Durban sound of gom. There's also the Eastern Cape type of gom. There's also the Western Cape type of gom, where you can hear there's just slight differences that kind of come in. There's a way that they kind of curate the songs.
Word.
And it's dope that they've got Yanga was coming in from the Eastern Cape type of with that sound, and then he's obviously then collaborating with Sandiso from KZN, and it's just sitting so well in the song, and it's coming together so well. The song is clean. Yanga says that the song he actually wrote from a riddle from his Xhosa where you say you know, I don't know, I can't say that thing, but it's a very long.
Wow.
Wow.
I love Younger on this track so much, and I love to see him, the
period.
versatility of just to let you know what the I can take this anyway, brother. I can sing a little bit for you, I can rap a little bit for you, but also at a very high level. Like it sounds very dope. It sounds very natural on that track. It doesn't sound like a rapper trying to be on a gom beat. It just sounds like a track that came together very well thought out. The riddle part will get a little bit later. I'm not even going to try and like put my little backyard closer there on the whole situation. But also DJ Sandiso, love him as well.
Yeah, man.
Good to see. Hey man, I've been talking about a lot
Also
of
South
gom
Africans,
tracks.
you know, South Africans, you are so temperamental. You are so ready to just throw gom away. Yeah. Oh,
Gom never died.
can't be trusted, South Africans. Woo, Nina.
But this song, fire. Go and check it out, DJ Sandiso. Still in KZN, Big Zulu. It's got a new track and it's called The Voicemail. Do you still leave voicemails?
Let me tell you something about voicemails, just in general. I haven't listened to a single voicemail in maybe 10 years. If anyone who's ever left me a voicemail, you've got a voicemail from, don't go there. Whoever left the voicemail, it's between you and my voice box.
And the phone.
The voice,
And the
I
thing
have
is,
no time.
you'll even get an SMS that says your voice box is full, and you're like, but it's not happening.
I can't remember. I don't even know what it sounds like. If I have a, hey, you've reached Moochie here and not available right now, but like if you leave me a voicemail, I don't know what that sounds. I don't know what that is.
Cool days?
During your cool days, no, you probably used to, I mean, I come from the era of
the music.
With the music. No matter what I do,
It's your boy Mo Dog.
all I think about is you. Hey, you've reached Sibo. I'm not available right
I'm
now.
not available right now, but please. Do you know who's got the best voice notes?
Badala.
You know who's got the best voice notes, voice message note?
Is
Yeah, it's cool. Come.
voice message. Yes.
Yeah, voice. Look, you know what I mean.
Voicemail.
Yeah. Okay, my little cool cat. When you call him and it's like, hello, unepati.
Oh,
That's the other old school one. I used to have that as a you go, hello. I can't hear you. You've reached my voicemail.
That time, we'll take you airtime ×5. This person's wasted your airtime.
Ish.
That the container is calling you.
Tricky.
Wow, that is old.
Hey, you guys are old.
Container. SLC, true.
I want.
You guys are mad old. But
That's the
anyway,
real shit.
Big Zulu song, Voicemail.
It's dope.
It is a beautiful song.
dope.
Big Zulu's he's got this pocket that he sits in with his music where he knows, if I sit in this pocket, it's gonna take it to the top. And I also think the context of the song, which is why we were obviously even like going off about the voicemails, is that I don't think he's trying to reach the young 2000s with this music. He's definitely going for his old mamas there in the Lilis who are still leaving voicemails, because those are the people he's trying to connect with the song.
Bizu is a very authentic artist. Like, he's literally creates from a space of truth and self-expression. Like, because, and it's so lovely to see, it's lovely to experience, because the stuff he puts out, you can tell like, this was pure genius. It wasn't, I'm looking for a sound, man. Do
you think he wears shoes?
You carry records there. You gotta wear a cavella.
It gives me
You
very
don't
much
record
Bobby
without a
vibes.
cavella.
So, you know, he wears a cavella. I mean, he must have like a whole room of them.
Yeah,
actually, cavella should be sponsoring or collaborating. I'd
What do you
wear
think
a
of the
Big
song?
Zulu.
I think the song is dope,
Me
man.
too.
I
Yeah.
do. I actually think the song is very dope. Shout out Big Zulu. Shout out Inkabi Records.
Shout out to
Pabi Records.
Well, there you have it. That is our Flaming Hot and Flaming Not for this week. Hot music coming through only in South African spaces. A big ups to our guest for today, Morena the Squire.
Yo.
He's leaving now. He's going to go and record more music. So when's the album coming out?
End of August, hopefully.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, hopefully end of August.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What else are you working on at the moment? Because you've always been big on the TV side or from the production space as well. So what else are you...
I'm actually trying to let go of doing TV. I'm literally trying to think of myself as just as a musician. So
Really?
Yeah, I'm trying to like stop doing everything else, which is hard because I'm always afraid of music. And I mean, I'm tired of being in my so I will do 1,001 things.
Multiple streams.
Yeah.
Shout out, man.
So,
Thank
but
you for
I'm
having
trying
us.
to think
Thank you
about
for
myself
joining us,
as
brother.
when people ask in Joburg, as they always do, what do you do? I'm trying to respond and say, oh, I'm a musician. Not, you know.
Yeah. Do a little bit of everything.
I do a little bit of everything.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
But you know what? At the end of the day, you're still moving and you are doing big things regardless of whether you want to let it go or not. But where can people follow you? Where can they see the social media? And of course, where we can make sure the album is there and we're streaming it when it comes out.
Yeah, obviously on social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Reddit.
The handle.
Morena, the Squire, everywhere. Across all handles.
Reddit even.
Yeah. Even
Man's
Wow.
making sure.
Yeah.
Ay, ngisebenza nabantu abadala la. Okay, thank you so
What
much.
am I Reddit's
Steve.
for the free thing? And oh yes, that's what I have to say. Yeah, but the music's coming out. Like it, don't like it. I don't give t-shirts anymore.
Moochie for one, baby.
You already know what. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We still out here.
We're still out here. Of course, we'll be back again next week with another hot episode of the POPcast. Thank you so
Yes,
much
sir.
for joining us. Like, subscribe, comment, follow, zonke bonke. We'll be back again next week. Oh, and a big ups also to our venue for today. Again, come through All My Restaurant Bar in Ravonia.
Dessert.
In Johannesburg.
I mean...